Hello everyone. Today my topic is properties of square number. Let's start with property 1. Please check this chart properly. Here you will find the squares of a natural number from 1 to 30. Square of 1 is 1, 2 is 4, 3 is 9, 4 is 16, 5 is 25. Like that we have a square of a natural number from 1 to 30. If you analyze this chart properly, we can see that none of square numbers ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8 at unit place. That means if you check this red, the numbers which are in red, you will not find 2, 3, 7 or 8 at unit place. So we can say that a number having 2, 3, 7 or 8 at unit place is never a square number. That means, let's take an example. I have a number 1, 4, 5 and 2. Now if I want to identify whether this number is a square or not, I can say it's not a square number. Why? Because its unit place is occupied by a 2. It's occupied by a 2. So it's not a square number. Similarly, if it is unit place is occupied by a 3, 7 or 8, so we can say that these numbers are not a square number. Okay, next, property 2. Square of 10 and square of 20, it contains 2 zeros. Square of 100 and square of 200, it contains 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, square of 1000 and square of 2000 contains 6 zeros. So from here we can say that a number ending in an even number of zeros, that means if there any number which contain even numbers of zero, that means if there are 2 zeros, if there are 4 zeros, if there are 6 zeros, and if there are 8 zeros, then we can say that that number is a perfect square. Whereas a number ending in an odd numbers of zeros is never a perfect square. For example, 30, 5000, etc. That means any number which contain 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 zeros, that numbers are never be a perfect square. So we can say that a number contain an even number of zeros is a perfect square, and a number ending in an odd numbers of zeros is never a perfect square. Next, property 3. Check this one. The square of 2 is 4, square of 4 is 16, square of 6 is 36, square of 8 is 64, and square of 10 is 100. So we can say that square of even natural number is even. That means square of a even number is a even, whereas the square of a odd natural number is a odd. So that's a property 3. Property 3 says that square of a even natural number is even and the square of odd natural number is odd. That means property 4. In this table we have squares of a natural number from 1 to 30. So we'll write this square in this way from 1 to 30. This is squares of a number from 1 to 30, and we analyze this property. What are the properties? So first, if a number has 1 or 9 in the unit place, then its square ends in 1. So if a number have 1 and 9, so if a number has 1, 1, 1 or a 9 or 9 in its unit place, then its square ends with 1. So you will see it square ends with 1. Similarly, here also you'll find 1, here you'll find 1, and here you'll find 1. Next, if a number has 4 or 6 in the unit place, then its square ends in 4. So if a number have 4 or 6, then its square ends with 6. Its square ends with 6. If a number has a 2 or 8 in the unit place, then its square ends in 4. If a number have a 2 or of 8 If a number have a 2 or 8 in its unit place, then its square ends with 4. If a number has 3 or 7, if a number has a 3 or 7 in its unit place, then its square ends in 9. If a number has a 5, if a number has a 5 in its unit place, then it ends with its square ends in 5. If a number has 0 in its unit place, then its square ends in 0. So if a number has 0 in its unit place, then it ends with 0. Now overall conclusion is that if a number has 1 or 9, it's in a unit place, then its square ends in 1. If a number has a 4 or 6 in unit place, then its square ends in 6. If a number has a 2 or 8, if a number has a 2 or 8, then its square ends in 4. Its square ends in 4. If a number has 3 or 7 in its unit place, 3 or 7 in its unit place, its square ends in 9. Its square ends in 9. If a number has a 5 in its unit place, it ends in 5. Its square ends in 5. If a number has a 0 in its unit place, then its square ends in 0. This is a property 4. Now important points from property 1 to 4. Let's check. A number having 2, 3, 7 or 8 at unit place is never a square number. A number ending in an even number of zeros is a perfect square. A number ending in an odd numbers of 0 is never a perfect square. Square of an even natural number is even. Square of odd natural number is odd. If a number has 1 or 9 in the unit place, then its square ends in 1. If a number has 4 or 6 in the unit place, then its square ends in 6. If a number has a 2 or 8 in the unit place, then its square ends in 4. If a number has 3 or 7 in the unit place, then its square ends in 9. If a number has 5 in the unit place, then its square ends in 5. If a number has 0 in the unit place, then its square ends in 0. Now let us apply all these properties in a question. Let's do some problem. What will be the unit digit of the square of the following numbers? 502. We need to check a unit digit. We have a 2. If a number have a 2 in its unit place, then its square must have a 4 at the end. So 4. If a number has a 2 or 8 in the unit place, then its square ends in 4. So we'll have a 4 in the unit place. If we square 502, then we will have a 4 in its unit digit. Next, we need to check the unit place. We have a 7. It's if we have a number has a 7, then its square ends in 9. So 9. Why? Because if a number has, okay, first question is, what will be the unit digit of the square of the following numbers? Number 1, we have 502. We need to check a number which is at a unit place. So 2 is there. We know that if a number has a 2 or 8 in the unit place, then its square ends in 4. So we can say that the unit digit of a square of 502 is 4. Number 2, we have a 68327. That means 7 is in the unit place. So we know that if a number has a 3 or 7 in the unit place, then its square ends in 9. So the unit digit of the square of 68327 is 9. While doing this problem, no need to write this. I'm showing this just to make you clear. So you need to write here answer is 4 and here answer is 9. If you write this much, you'll get the full point. Now the next question, the following numbers are obviously not perfect square. Give reason. My first number is 2453. Again we'll check the unit digit. Here we have a 3, so it's not a perfect square. Why? Because a number having a 3 at a unit place is never a square number. Next question, 74000. This number is also not a perfect square. Why? Because there are three zeros, 1 2 3. So because it has the odd numbers of 0, that is 3, that means 74000 is also not a perfect square. Reason is it contains the odd numbers of 0. Okay, now the square of which of the following numbers would be an odd number or an even number, and why? So you have a first number 573. So 573, if you square 573, what you will get the number? Is it the odd or even? So it's a square of 573 is odd, because 573 is an odd number. Since 573 is an odd number, so if you take the square of this number, we'll get the odd number. Next, 4096. 4096 is even number, so square of 4096 is also a even. There are 2n non-square numbers between squares of two consecutive numbers, that's n and n plus 1. Suppose I have a number n and n plus 1, and in between the square of this two, that means in between n square and n plus 1 whole square, in between n square and n plus 1 whole square, we'll have 2n numbers of natural number. We'll have 2n numbers of natural number. Let me explain this with the help of an example. Question is, how many natural numbers lie between a square of the following numbers, 12 and 13? That means in between 12 and 13, how many natural numbers do we have? So first we convert 12 and 13 in terms of n and n plus 1. We'll write 12 as it is, and 13 will write 12 plus 1, that is in form of n plus 1. So from here we'll get n is equals to 12. That means n is equals to 12, which means 12 square, and n plus 1 is 12 plus 1 whole square. So in between 12 square and 12 plus 1, that is 13 whole square, we have 2n numbers of natural number. The value of n is 12, so I'll write 2 into 12. Therefore, a natural numbers between 12 square and 12 plus 1 whole square is equals to 2 into 12 is equals to 24. So in this way we'll do this kind of problem. First what we will do, we'll convert equations in terms of n and n plus 1. Then we'll get the value of n. Then we know that in between the n square and n plus 1 whole square, we have 2n numbers of natural number.